Hello, I'm Chef Leroy, and this is Cooking on the Balcony, our first show. What we plan to do is to show some different cooking techniques on our balcony. We live in an apartment building, so we have to use all electric for our cooking. So we are going to show some different kinds of equipment out on our balcony, obviously using electricity. Today I actually have a panini grill out here that we have. I'm going to turn it on. I'm not going to endorse any particular brands of equipment as we show our different things that we'll do out here, but I am going to use some different types of equipment out here as well as this panini grill. So what I'd like to do today is I'd like to talk about some kitchen safety things. For one thing, hand washing is extremely important. It's extremely important to wash your hands and to keep your hands clean at all times while you're doing your cooking. Second of all, if you're using a cutting board, make sure that it's not only washed, but it's also sanitized. Sanitizing can be done very easily by using a little bit of bleach and water. What we usually, typically we say is a cap full of bleach to a gallon of water. Make sure the water is not extremely hot, it just needs to be warm, otherwise you will basically evaporate your chemical and it will be a watered down solution and won't work very well. Another item that we like to have in our kitchen is we like to have our biotherms, as we call them, or thermometers. They have basically three different styles here. We have a digital, just two digital biotherms that I have. They're kind of different. And then I also have, one's a Cooper, one's a Taylor. Then I also have another one that's a Taylor, but this is just a normal type of dial style thermometer. These two that I have here that are digital, it is very difficult on these to actually calibrate them, so basically what you have is what you get when you do them, but they are fairly accurate, and I actually do really like them. What I like about the digital is you actually get your temperature quicker, your temperature reading quicker when you're doing your temping. It's very important to reheat all foods when you're reheating, to get your foods up to 165 degrees when you're reheating products. One thing that we don't want to do is we don't want to have our kids in the bathroom for the rest of the day or the next couple of days because of something that they've gotten from either bad food handling or from not having the right temperatures when we're cooking. So again, when we talk about thermometers, this one here is easy to calibrate more so than this other style. What we do with this one is we would actually put this through the small hole here, push it in up to the little nut that's on there. We're going to put it into a full glass of ice water, so we actually have to have ice in the water, and it should temp out at 32 degrees. If not, then you have to adjust it by turning the top dial with the nut held in place to adjust it to 32 degrees. That's how you temp it. You can also temp it with boiling water, but the safest method is to use cold ice water. So that is some of the safety things that we like to talk about in our kitchen. Next thing we will talk about is how we want to kind of progress with our show. I think what we'll probably be doing is we'll have some different themed ideas. We'll use the different equipment to try to do different types of cooking out here. We'll show you just some different basic knife skills, so we're safe with knives. And yes, as you can see, we're in a winter, getting close to winter here. We are in Minnesota, and it's not extremely warm out right now, but it's not too bad as well. We'll try to cook out here as often as we can to show the different kinds of equipment and being able to cook out on our balcony to make it kind of fun. I think that the nice thing about cooking on a balcony also is that when you're cooking with strong aromas, one example I always have is cooking with curries or cooking with tomato sauces, doing spaghettis, things like that. If you do live in an apartment, the smell is it gets pretty strong, and for me, when I have strong smells like that, it's very difficult for me to actually rest at night. I don't know why, but the smell of food in the house, it just stays. So one thing I thought would be kind of fun is to actually cook outside on our balcony, especially when we're going to do some different sauces and things like that. Margarita is actually my camera person. She wants to do a theme for Halloween. So one of the things that we'd like to do out here in the next show or two is we'd actually like to do a pumpkin bisque. So we're going to play around with doing pumpkin bisque. Again, I don't usually work too much with recipes. Most of the recipes I have kind of basically in my mind. So we will just kind of explain to you kind of the ratios and some of those ideas. And what we could probably do down the road is we can actually post some of the recipes that we're working on. That will be all for this segment of our show today. Again, the next one I want to show is I want to use the panini grill, and we're going to do a panini-dia. It's basically a quesadilla done on a panini grill. So I'll probably do that on our next segment. And that is all. See you, Chef Leroy.